Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel. I honestly feel like today is one of those days where I just can like not wake up. So I'm like pushing myself. I'm like, you need to sit down. You need to do this video because we have some that we need to talk about some certain influencers. The first person that I want to talk about though has to be Glamzilla. I uploaded my video the other day about Glamzilla and the Jaclyn Hill lipsticks. And a lot of you down in the comment section were actually telling me that you do not F with Glamzilla on any social media. You do not watch her content anymore. And the reason being is because a lot of people feel like Glamzilla's attitude has changed ever since she had the weight loss surgery. And my thing with that is I have heard that before, that when people have the lap band or whatever the surgery is called, that they have an attitude change and people think that they're all of a sudden very cocky and they're full of themselves. And I'm just like, girl, they went through that painful ass surgery and that healing. Let them be a little cocky. But I do understand what people are saying about Glamzilla because she just, in my opinion, I don't know so much about like cocky as more so annoying to me. Like I find her personality, I don't think the personality that she's showing you online is her. I think that she's amping it up and I think that she's trying to be funny and I think that she's trying to be like quirky. I don't know, something just gives me like the ick, you know? And that is just my opinion. I'm sure if you ask Glamzilla what her opinion was about me, she'd be like, who? And then she'd be like, girl, I don't give a about him. So the actual reason that I want to talk about Glamzilla in this video is she uploaded a video responding to like some negativity that she's had over on TikTok. There are several things that Glamzilla has been getting called out for over the past few weeks, but this is the one that she chose to address. In one of her previous videos, Glamzilla was reviewing some kind of makeup and she said that she bought this with her own money and that she did not like the product and she was going to be returning it to Sephora. So people are frowning upon her and saying like, you bought all the shades. That is so wasteful that you are returning this to the store.
I'm gonna defend myself for a second because I've seen so many comments recently of people upset that I return things at Sephora. Here's the thing, you're not gonna paint me as this girl. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I'm one of the few beauty influencers in this community that actually buys what she features online. I'm not an influencer that waits for PR or a beauty event invite to feature something. No. And on top of that, I'm Canadian. So I always get PR packages late. I always get launches late. There's always a later launch for Canada. And that's just how it is. So if I'm excited about something, damn right I'm going to feature it. That's why majority of my reviews are hot fire reviews because I find amazing things that I'm excited about. And if they're hot trash, I'm gonna return it and get my money back. So don't clock me. Don't clock me for returning things. Because I spent my own money on it. Just like I wouldn't clock you for returning things. Because you spent your own money on it. Don't paint me as that girl. Because I work hard to make sure my reviews are A1 for you guys. And I've been in this game too long to waste it on anything else. You know what I mean? I'm doing my part and I'm making sure I do it right. And maybe the delivery is wrong. Maybe I'm not perfect. But I'm doing my best, and what I contribute to this community is actually coming from a place of good and honesty and passion. And if you can't rock with that, then unfollow me. I'm okay with that. But I know some people appreciate what I do. And if you don't, deuces.
And here's my thing, at least she's being honest about it because there are so many YouTubers out here that will purchase really expensive things just to put them on video so they can look like they have this like huge haul and all that. And then they take it back to the store and they return it. I've known some of those people in my day. I do understand how it is extremely wasteful that she bought like every single shade of a makeup item just to turn around and return them to the store, which they're going to get trashed. But honestly, you know what? In this economy, if you buy something and you don't like it, screw everyone out there that is frowning upon you if you return it. You take that right back to the store, you put it back in the mailbox, however the fuck you want to return it. I need to get better about doing that. Like I would love to be a person that returns things. Like I will order things from Amazon, I'll order things from like Sephora, and then I'll be like, I'm gonna return this, I don't like this, and it'll just sit, and then I'm past the date and I'm like, well, damn, now I'm stuck with it. And actually at Sephora, didn't they have a thing, or maybe they still have it, where if you return a ton of stuff like consecutively, like all throughout the year, then you get put onto like some lists as like a risky buyer? Is that a thing? I feel like somebody has told me about that before.
And when I do a review, here's the great thing about what I do. When I review something, I bought it with my own money. And I always think of the 12-year-old boy who has who got $20 for his birthday gift. And if he's going to buy a lipstick, it better be hot fire. And I think about that mom who has $25 for her.
But getting back to this video where Glamzilla was addressing this Sephora hate that she's been getting, I was with her. I was literally with her and I was like, yeah, Glamzilla, you tell them that you are somebody that returns stuff and you bought this with your own money. The whole spiel that she gave about how she's in Canada, she receives PR late, so she doesn't want to wait for items, all of that. Okay, fine, that's good, whatever. When she got to the part where she was like, and when I'm purchasing these items, I'm thinking about that boy that buys lipstick and his $20 and it was only $20 for the mom. I was like, oh my God, girl, shut the up. There are no tears. There are no tears coming from those eyes, no matter how hard you squeeze them. Get a little spritz bottle and spray it right up there to get something going down the face, because goddamn, what is that? And then somebody commented underneath that video and was like, oh, why did you use an example of a boy buying lipstick or buying makeup? And she made a video response to that, and it just got even more cringe. Apparently there's someone named Mo that she met back when she did her first meet and greet, and he was the only person that came up to her, and he was the only one that said, I love your makeup, I love your content, I love this. So she is always going to remember Mo. And then here comes the pushing of the tears again.
What's wrong with a boy buying lipstick? The reason that I use this example is because in my first meet and greet ever, it was with NYX Cosmetics. It was at Fairview Mall. I had 67,000 followers. There was 2 other influencers who had over 1 million. Nobody came for me at that meet and greet, and I felt so alone. But there was this mom and her little boy. He was 12 years old. His name was Muhammad, and he's like, call me Mo. And he said, oh my God, he said to me, I love your videos. He was the one person that came for me. And he's like, he said that he bought a Maybelline at a NYX meet and greet. He said he bought a Maybelline lipstick because of me. It was his first lipstick that he ever bought, and he bought it with the $20 he got for his birthday. And I will never forget him. Mo, Muhammad, wherever you are in the world, I think about you to this day. Oh my God. And I want to find you. Mo, are you here? That's why I always think of that 12-year-old boy. That's why. Mo, if you're watching this, please. I would love to meet you. I'd love to take you for Bun's snoring. Mo, I would love to see you again. You changed my life. I'll never forget it. Thank you for making me feel so special. Bye.
I feel like Glamzilla does not act like her genuine self on social media at all. I feel like it's definitely amped up, as I said before in this video, and it gives me the ick. Honestly, it just gives me the ick. I like influencers that actually show their real selves. There's very few of them out here in this world, let's be completely honest. I don't know, what do you think? Do you watch Glamzilla's videos? Or are you somebody that used to be into Glamzilla, but you've had to literally just turn it off? You're like, I'm not watching her content anymore. And moving on from that, let's talk about James Charles and JoJo Siwa right now, because we're gonna get into James Charles and the People's Choice Awards that happened the other day. But we all know that James Charles has now released some new song where he's singing about, why don't you call me back? Why did you have to leave? Girl, they had to go back to school. So there have been people over on TikTok that have been throwing support for this song, saying James Charles is so amazing, he sounds so great, oh wow. And one of those people has to be JoJo Siwa. And JoJo Siwa has a history, a pattern of befriending and doubling down on her friendships with predators. She uploaded a TikTok where she had James' new song on and she was spinning around dancing, and the comments were not good. The comments were like, girl, why? We understand that you were friends with Colleen and you want to be friends with her still, but why are you out here defending James Charles and putting his song on blast to all of your underage, all of your minor followers, JoJo Siwa? You're not out of that yet. You have not, those followers have not grown up. So many comments underneath her video was like, why are you supporting a predator? Why are you supporting someone that did this to minors? Why are you supporting this person who has came online and said, I'm sorry to my victims? There's a makeup artist over on TikTok. I think her name is Alexis Oakley, I believe. And she is always toting about how James Charles is her best friend. Girl, that is not a brag. I assure you, that is not a brag. That is actually quite embarrassing to say. But anyways, let's move on to James Charles and all these other TikTokers that were at the People's Choice Awards, because there's been this clip going around of Billie Eilish talking to somebody at the People's Choice Awards, and she can be overheard saying that there's a lot of TikTokers here. Ugh. And I understand her frustration, because there is another clip going around that James Charles can be seen in the back of Haley Bailey, and it looked like it was a meet and greet. This is why Beyonce does not want to go to any award show. Did you see her at the Grammys where everybody was literally lined up for a Beyonce meet and greet whenever there was a break in the show? All of these TikTokers were going around the People's Choice Awards trying to get photos with these celebrities so they could post them online and make it seem like they're a little bit more important than they are. Now, I will say this, Bryce Hall did respond to Billie Eilish. He made his own TikTok and he said that they were actually invited by the PCAS.
I'm just gonna address this clip of Billie Eilish being disgusted that TikTokers were at the People's Choice. I was one of them. First off, Billie Eilish, I am so sorry that I didn't acknowledge your greatness and bow down to you being another human being. Here, there it is right now. And second, People's Choice invited us personally. Everyone that attended People's Choice and was sitting at those tables, we were invited by People's Choice. So hate on them. But the most sad thing, let me just wipe my tear real quick. The most sad thing is what I was a Billie Eilish stan. I stand you, Billie Eilish. And now I don't think I can renegade to any of your songs anymore. So thanks for taking out all my content.
You know what this reminds me of? When I was leaving the modeling industry, it was like the rise of social media and influencers, like people who had numbers on social media were actually taking the place of models and jobs. And it was actually when Gigi Hadid and Kendall Jenner got into the business as well as Bella Hadid. And let me tell you, the models were not having it. They did not like Kendall. They did not like Gigi. They all thought that it was just because of their last name that they were getting to where they are. They did not appreciate the fact that they have literally put in the work, time, and sweat in the modeling industry for these influencers that just had like hundreds of thousands of followers at the time to come in and get the jobs. So that's what it reminds me of. All those celebrities at the award show, like waiting to get like whatever award or there to promote whatever they are, being harassed by all of these social media influencers and TikTokers. And honestly, it's so cringe to see all of them lining up to take a picture with a celebrity. It's like, girl. Girl, but you know what I did not see? Remember when James Charles said that he needed that extra security at Coachella for Sugar Bear Hair or whatever because there were like mobs of people? Girl, you were in line for the meet and greet with Haley Bailey. Come on, there was no mob of people lining up for you. So with all that said, everyone, that is it for this video. I hope that you did enjoy it. Please leave a microphone emoji down below for James Charles croaking out a ditty. Okay? And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.